Everybody's favourite wrestling podcast is back again. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Are you okay?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
It's very cold today. I woke up this
warm.
morning, I heard the scrapers on people's cars this morning. It was 1 degree this morning. I was like, my God, it's freezing, mate, honestly.
I'm quite warm. I've been out in t-shirt, just nothing else. Literally nothing else.
Nah, I'm freezing, me. I can't put the heating on as well. I'm not allowed. Get shouted at. Put a hoodie on, she'll say. So forget that.
Do you want me to borrow your 50p so you can put it in the meter?
Put it in my meter. I think I need that 60p. That extra 10. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, go on. I've got 10p here. I'm fine.
50p.
Selling pennies.
I'll drop it off afterwards, mate.
Cheers. Bud.
How's your week been, mate?
Yeah, it's been all right. We've now transcended onto YouTube. So hello, YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see us. Obviously, Spotify, you can all hear us.
So yeah, you can see every time I pick my nose on Matt, like rolls his eyes. That's
scratches my ass or something like that. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so, you know what, mate? You can upload the video to Spotify as well.
How can you?
But I don't know how that works, like listening wise. If you don't, you know. So we'll keep the videos to YouTube. Put the audio on Spotify and Apple, and anywhere else you get your podcasts from.
Thumbs up. Yeah, the intro was done by my friend Tom, so big ups Tom. He has got a YouTube channel.
Thank you very much,
Can't remember what it is, but I'll get it on the link.
When we're getting lower thirds.
Lower thirds. Oh, whenever I can. I know what I'm doing, mate. This is all I'm learning this on the fly.
I'm winding up, mate. You've done a great job with the YouTube video.
I'm learning it on the fly as we go. So, and I'm liking it. It keeps my mind busy. So
good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Sorry, I'm looking at t-shirts still while we're talking.
I've just spotted t-shirts.
I've just spotted an Eddie Kingston t-shirt. I feel like I need now.
Right, we'll start the pod then, shall we? Oh yes. I've been looking at t-shirts. I think my next one I was saying was
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. She's back. Drew McIntyre, the medieval one before he leaves. Because even when they leave, they don't even put them on sale down to like a $5. They keep them at 25 quid. And I wanted an Austin Theory one, but they haven't got it in my size. You can look like that all you want. I wanted an Austin Theory t-shirt. It just says Austin Theory. I don't want the one where he's taking a selfie. I want just Austin Theory. I told you I want a t-shirt for everyone, even if you don't like him. I don't know why. I just want to. I was gonna buy a Hit Row one just because I like the music. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Drew McIntyre and New Day. But when it comes to payday on Thursday,
did he still have the tie-dye rainbow one?
Nope.
Alex.
Yeah, they're not great, the New Day ones. I was getting the white one. I looked just a minute ago, and it's not in my size anymore.
Yeah, so the only one I've ever been interested in is the tie-dye rainbow unicorn one.
Yeah, I like that one. I'll do the Coffee Mania I wanted, and I was like, I'll get it, and I never got it.
Yeah, I did the same. I kept the one like with his face, like the
WWE title underneath it.
Yeah, I did that one. I kept I could have ordered that one, and I ended up ordering some other stuff. Now I just can't order them because they don't put them in my size. Euro Shop.
Yeah, Euro Shop. Now we're on YouTube. We're looking at you, Euro Shop.
Yeah,
I'll call you out every single week.
We can see you looking back. And I don't know if Matt's still doing it, but I'm tweeting on every tweet you post out of a new t-shirt.
Yeah, I am every time. and the t-shirt designs are shit. Right, let's put it right. They're not great, are they? They're not been great.
Yeah, they're shit, but I like to have the option to buy them.
No, I know. Like my Edge one I'm wearing. Euro Shop. This was actually in size.
I'm on my best friend's one.
Got his best friend's one.
My exclusive All Elite Crate best friends t-shirt.
We're not sponsored by these people, by the way.
But AEW, if you want to send me an All Elite Crate full one for free, and I'll open it every week for you.
And me. Please.
Only comes every 3 months, but I'll open it every week on the video.
We'll open the past ones that he's got. do that?
I don't even try to think now. I thought this is my third one. Trying to think. And I only get the T-shirt one because they obviously sell out the other one.
I used to get Loot Crate, you know the like the filmed and TV one. I used to get the Loot
Yeah.
Crate, and they were
I
shit.
used to get that.
And then I decided to get Wrestle Crate.
No, the Wrestle Crate. I did a comic one. That was cool.
I never did the comic.
You guaranteed a comic-based T-shirt every month, but then it's like it's a big world of comics. It wasn't exactly like a Marvel or DC. It was like all comics.
Oh,
you get that. You get a load of goodies and a load of comics. I ended up giving, like, when I cancelled the subscription, I ended up giving the majority of the comics away because there were nothing I was interested in. But I got some banging T-shirts out of it. There's one, my favourite one I got, and I think my little sister's pinched it on me when I moved out, is, the X-Men movie Apocalypse?
Yeah.
And the movie Apocalypse Now?
Mm-hmm.
They mashed it together, and it was the Apocalypse on the Apocalypse Now.
Oh, that's meant.
Poster. It was decent, but I think my little sister's pinched it because I haven't seen it since I've moved.
Well, the Wrestle Crate, I got the AJ Styles one. I've still got that. It's the white T-shirt of AJ doing the phenomenal forearm. I got. Hey.
If you're not the AJ Cum one.
No, not that one. That one's put away. And I got Shinsuke one, but they didn't. They sent it, but in medium, and I'm not a medium kind of guy. And then I got a Dean Ambrose one before he left it WWE to AEW, but again that didn't fit me, so I just gave up with the T-shirts in the end, and then just cancelled it. So, but they got some decent ones now. I go on the website all the time as well, on there. So
from the AEW Elite Crate, I've had this one. This came with a Danhausen one. Samoa Joe one, which I'm really happy because the Samoa Joe T-shirt's been crap the last few years. And this one's just Samoa Joe's head with like Rock.
Yeah,
Samoa Joe written on it.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's not had a good decent T-shirt since TNA.
No.
Even in WWE, his T-shirts were shit.
Yeah, I got a Blackpool Combat Club one.
Nice.
I got a red FTR. Now, I don't mind a coloured T-shirt, but I'm not keen on red T-shirts because I wear a lot of black and white stuff, so I don't really have anything that goes to fit. What was in the first one?
See, that's the issue with the Kevin Owens T-shirt. I want the Kevin Owens T-shirt, but it's red.
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't got that, because I really want the USO T-shirts with the ones, but I want the white one. That's not even on your store yet. Oh yeah, I got a Young Bucks Young Bucks T-shirt, exclusive Young Bucks, that came with Samoa Joe. Blackpool Combat Club came with FTR, or was it the other way around? I did this in Danhausen. So it's right. It's only every 3 months as well. I think it's like just short of 40 quid.
Oh, that's all right.
I think the full crate's about just over 40 quid. But the reason I look at the openings every month for them, like the ones I've got them, and they get like this month I had a Jericho keyring, which I would have loved for my car keys. Yeah. And then it had posters, and I think one of the posters, I might be well wrong here, one of the posters in the free I've had was they're always like like the old style boxing promo for posters, and I'm sure Brody Lee against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. And I'm sure they've had like Mox and Jericho and whatnot. So yeah, they're the only things that they've got it on, and they do put autographs in, but it's one of the things is you don't pick who your autograph is, so you could end up with.
Well, in the Wrestle Crate this month, you can get Ricky Stark autograph.
That's all right.
But they have decent ones on here. They've had Shawn Michaels, Edge, Jericho, Rollins, Balor, Lynch, Omega, the Elite.
Is that the black box? The Wrestle Crate one?
No, it's just a brown box. Jeff Hardy, Bret Hart.
I used to get them. Too.
Yeah, I think I might start them up again, and open it on the pod when it comes.
Because I stopped getting them because I couldn't afford them anymore. But the last ones I got, I had a Seth Rollins. Is it Seth? I may have got a Seth autograph from it and a Chris Jericho autograph from it. And I was quite happy because I'd just met Chris at the time when it came in. But let's jump into it, mate. Let's get rocking and rolling. And I did like your little.
I was gonna say.
You're opening a music video thing.
Hit the intro. If you're watching on YouTube, there's just been a sick intro.
If you're not watching YouTube, we listen to it on Apple Music or Spotify, where you get all your podcasts from. Go to the YouTube and you'll see the intro.
And you'll see what I'm talking about. Sick, mate. Did that by myself. Also, we've got a copyright strike against that.
Have we?
Yeah, because of the music on it. It's NBC. But it doesn't affect anything, so we're fine.
Yeah, what have we got fun when you post this one, mate?
Yeah, you get ones that actually are a strike. That's not a strike. It just says it's copyrighted, but you can still use it because he's let YouTubers use it. It comes up. I'll show you later. So we
That's fine. I believe you.
It came up copyright, and I went, "What?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "I swear, if it's John's music from his awards, I'm gonna go mental." And it's not. It's mine.
That was a ringtone. So it couldn't have been that. That's a ringtone.
No, I know, but I didn't know where you got it from, so I was like, "Oh, is it like NFL or something?" Cool. So we've got some news. I'm not going to go in loads because I've got some interesting questions to ask you, and you don't know what they are. Genuinely, he doesn't know what they are. I thought about them when I was in bed before. Yes, I was thinking about John in bed. He's now nodding his head, smiling. WWE NXT stars have issues public statements regarding requests to be released from the company. I think it was last week. Did we mention this? So yeah, last week.
2 weeks ago, maybe. It's been a little while since we heard from. If it's 2, I think it is. I think I read this before.
Yeah.
It
was after
2 weeks ago.
Stand and Deliver. Yeah, it was after Stand and Deliver, wasn't it? Rick Fowler and Jagger Reid, formerly known as the Grizzly Young Veterans, asked for the release. And they this morning, depending where you listen to it in the world, they put on Twitter, as of today, WWE has denied my request for my release. They both copy and paste the same thing. I want to thank you all for support throughout my career. I'll never take it for granted. My contract with WWE expires on the 14th of October, 2023. I'm excited to share our next chapter once we have free agents. And Fowler literally put the same thing. I think they'll do well in AEW. Oh, the last bit, James Drake actually put, our statements tonight are simply factual, intended to keep our fans who've been asking questions updated. I'd like to add that Joe Gacy and Ava WWE are both boss and will continue to smash everything they do. Lots of love for both.
I don't think they're going AEW, mate. I think they're coming back to the UK. Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I like them as the young Grizzly Vets, but I don't think they're. And I think that's their issue. I think they rate themselves a little bit higher than they actually are.
I think they're really good.
I do like them, but I don't think. Look at the tag team division in there now. It's getting stacked, and they're just going to get lost.
Full list of free agent wrestlers possibly turned away by WWE's hiring freeze. So it's previously reported that there may have been a hiring freeze in place since January when Vince McMahon returned as board chairman and further discussed the sale of the WWE. If true, that ice probably became thicker when Endeavor announced their acquisition of the WWE following WrestleMania 39. Previously, it was suggested that Jay White and Nick Aldis may be affected by this freeze as WWE shores up its assets in preparation for a sale or transfer of ownership. According to Fightful.com, there may have been other potential free agents that have turned down because of this freeze, and they are Nick Aldis, Jay White, Hikuleo from New Japan, Tamatonga from New Japan, and Trinity re-signing. While WWE hasn't signed any talent recently, William Regal and Bruce Pritchard have both been reportedly reaching out to talent for their interest in joining WWE, and that is from Fightful.
I read an interview with Jay White, and I meant to tag you in it, mate. I don't have the source. This is a quote, so on YouTube you can see the quotation marks in the air. The rumor is that he didn't resign because he didn't like what seemed to be the involvement of Vince McMahon again.
Oh, why he didn't sign with WWE?
Yeah, and that's what made him change his mind. It's just frustrating. Like I say, I still haven't watched the full episode. I did put it on again last night. I have seen. Probably, I'm not going to spoil your news that you're going to probably bring up a little bit later on. And I know what's happened, but I have no interest right now just because It all stinks of him.
Yeah, but it's going to do though for a very, very long time, no matter what happens. So
yeah,
we all better get used to it. Your favourite person in the whole wide world, Phil Brooks, has come up. Now, if you've not seen Last Night at the Bar, or saw any of the backstage stuff last night, there was loads of changes to Raw. Vince wanted loads of changes doing and stuff. However, a certain someone showed up backstage last night, made his way into the arena, and started talking to superstars. This person is Phil Brooks, also known as CM Punk.
Also known as CM Spunk.
Also known as by John as CM Spunk. Just copy anything that goes wrong. We're on YouTube now. We've got to do it right. As previously reported, CM Punk was reported backstage at the April 24th edition of Raw in Chicago for a brief period of time to visit people, but was asked to leave. In an update, Mike Johnson of PW Insider was told that the talents who saw Punk greeted him warmly, as most haven't seen him since 2014. Johnson also confirmed with multiple sources that The Miz and Punk spoke for a short period of time and cleared the air over past issues. According to Fightful Select, there were numerous wrestlers that felt Punk appearing backstage was a publicity stunt to hype up his AEW return. Fightful also noted the following, that there were several AEW talent in disbelief when they heard he was backstage at Raw. WWE talent was shocked that he got backstage, even though he's got history in the company. Another piece on this, I'm just going to time into one. During the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com discussed the situation. So he said people were very surprised on both ends. Very surprised in WWE. The feeling in WWE was that he was there because he wanted back. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. I mean, obviously there were talks of him going back shortly after All Out in late last year, but he couldn't go because he was still under contract. My impression is this is with Paul Levesque in charge and not Vince. My impression was that he didn't have any interest in him at that time. I mean, it is a publicity for him to get publicity for his rumored AEW return. Was it? I don't know. You'd have to ask him what his reasons were. Obviously, the announcement of him coming back to AEW in theory was going to be any time now. You know, the announcement of the new TV show will be any time now, so I'm sure it all ties together in some way, and we'll have to figure out what's next. If he wants to say what his motives were, what his reasons were, you know, he can say it, but obviously all those things, the times of everything is suspicious. So not only, Vince McMahon, by the way, was the one that turned him away and told him to go.
Yeah, told him to leave. So I read this last night, like late on last night. He obviously was turned up, and he was, the rumours is he had a clear the air meeting with Triple H as well, because obviously they've got issues.
I read that.
And then I've seen a video this morning, and if it comes up again, I'll send it you.
Is it with Tamina in the car park?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, that makes me think one or two.
By the way, sorry, just to break it up for a minute, my chair keeps lowering. I've got a really shit chair till June when I get a voucher, so I can get a new chair. So I'm just putting my chair back up. So people on Spotify wouldn't have even known this, but I'm saying it because we're now on YouTube. If you're not known, we're now on YouTube. Wrestling Brothers. Hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell when we post, and comment as well. Anyway, Karen, sorry, mate.
Yeah, so two things came to my mind last night. One, yeah, he's doing it as a PR stunt because he's going back and he wants all eyes on him when he comes back. No one could give a fuck. And two, has he gone and had the clear the air meeting at AEW with the likes of Jericho, Moxley, and it hasn't gone to plan?
Mm-hmm. Exactly what I was thinking.
As crackhead Tony Khan, as you call him.
I do call Tony Khan that, and I'm damn proud of that.
So just in case that comes up,
carry on.
Has Tony Khan and him got together and hatched a little plan like, right, we'll come in, I'll smooth it all over, and then you just sort of like nod and shake hands, and then it's gone into the locker room. He's met with everybody he's got beef with, and they've all gone, nah, we're not working with him. Then they've probably gone around the locker room and go like, who's willing to go on the new show and work with CM Punk and da-da-da-da, and FTR.
People that came up with FTR.
And the people that are knocking on telly as well every week, like Sonny Kiss and Brian Pillman and stuff like that. And then they're realizing they're not really going to have title shots because they're going to literally put every title around Spunk's waist, including the women's. He's going to hold every title just so they can compete with Roman Reigns having 2 titles. And it's just, it's got, I reckon that's my feeling. It's probably absolutely not. I think it's gone belly up. and he's gone fuck and gone running because they were in Chicago last night, his hometown. He's gone running and he's trying to make peace with them to try and bring it back.
Or he's just gone try and mend fences, be friends with everyone. We know that's not it. But there's a possibility. We've got to look at everything here on the Wrestling Files podcast, not just one way.
Fuck that.
Fair play.
I hope he goes back to UFC and gets his face smashed in again.
There's that as well. But then he's part of WWE anyway because it's all under one umbrella now.
Oh, I've just had an idea. Let him go back to WWE, and then at like WrestleMania or something, they have a special one-off match where it's an octagon match with him and Brock Lesnar.
And Ronda Rousey. Then they both can get their ass kicked. I like that.
They just sell Brock, but someone like said whispers the Brock on the way out of Gorilla. It's an actual UFC fight, and they forget to tell CM Punk, and Brock just murders him.
I mean, you're a sick man. You are a sick man.
We could see a live death.
You are a sick man.
I fucking dislike the man.
I've noticed. Chavo Guerrero has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. If you've not seen about Chavo, he's very upset that there's people still using Eddie's name on TV. So Chavo Guerrero says, we're tired of people prostituting the family name for their benefit. During a virtual signing with Captain's Corner, Chavo Guerrero commented on his late uncle Eddie's name being used on TV. He says, I got to tell you this, I just don't understand why Rey Mysterio still has to. Look, we all love Eddie, but we're not going out with his gimmick and our gimmick. It was Los Guerreros' gimmick and came out with Los Guerreros. We lie, we cheat, we steal. And everybody's like, oh yeah, keeping Eddie's memory alive. I say, no, dude, I'm tired of people. This is not a better thing. This is the truth. We've worked hard for that last name. This whole family worked really, really hard to get that name to where it was. We're tired of people prostituting it in a sense of using it for their benefit. So Rey Mysterio, I'm sorry that no one knows who Rey Mysterio Sr. is. Get out, Chavo. Rey Mysterio Jr., no one knows who he is, and I'm sorry that you have to latch onto the Guerrero family, and we're just kind of tired of it. Thank you for keeping Eddie's name alive. Thank you for keeping the Guerrero name alive, but we don't need you. We're good. You know what I'm saying? And then he said then about a couple of hours later saying he was being a heel following his public comments about Rey Mysterio. As previously noted, Chavo Guerrero stated the virtual signing with tired people prostituting the name. He said, or he tweeted, if Rey Mysterio is really mentioning the Guerrero name only in tribute and not to line his own pockets with cash, maybe he'll donate some of that money to charity. Or even better, how about to Eddie's daughters? That will show myself and the fans that he's not prostituting the family name. And now, after sending that tweet, Guerrero quoted Mark Twain with the line, it's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. And then wrote the following, this is how a heel should tweet, hook, line, and sinker. I still got it. So my question to you is, Rey Mysterio prostituting Eddie Guerrero's name?
No.
And is Chavo in the right before he realised he was a knobhead and changed his mind?
So I think my mind thought here is two things, right? So Rey Mysterio can't go out on TV and just do what he wants. It has to run through creative. If anybody's prostituting the Rey Mysterio, the Eddie Guerrero name and stuff, it's the company.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice last night they changed the theme music for LWO. It starts now with Viva La Raza. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is, and it's keeping them going. Vicky she's got to get royalties off the back of that. She has to.
Yeah. The Guerrero family must have as well, though.
Yeah, they must do. I think he's just bitter that he doesn't have the copyright into it, and he can't milk off it.
And he didn't get the push that Ray did in 2006.
It was Ray got a push instead of Chavo.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree. That music, Eddie came up with the LWO. So if they want to bring back the LWO, they have every right to, because WWE own WCW rights and all the likenesses. Yep. And if they want to put Eddie's saying Viva La Raza or whatever it is, Viva La Raza, Eddie's music right at the start of it, they've got every right to, regardless if it's Eddie or Los Guerreros or whoever it is. If it's keeping someone's name alive and it's not butchering it or putting it through mud, what's your issue? You get rights to it because it's Guerrero.
Yeah, and if Chavo's that bothered, the rights, so when they buy the rights, then they last so long, and then they become, if they don't get renewed, they become public, I can't think of the word, anybody can buy them. So he should have, Cody fought tooth and nail to get the Rhodes back. He was in AEW.
He did.
If he's not bothered by it, fight for it. He's fishing
money for it.
Yeah, but he's fishing to be re-signed. That's what that'll be, to be part of the LWO.
Is he not in AEW?
No.
Is he not anymore?
He was.
With Andrade,
yeah, but Andrade's pretty much gone, mate. Let's have a look.
No, Andrade is.
That's another guy that, do you know what? I liked him when he came in, but...
Who is that?
Jeez, Andrade.
I love Andrade.
I liked him when he came in, but
I like Andrade, I really do. You know how much I like Andrade.
I liked him in NXT. I liked him when he came at main roster. And then he didn't get the bookings, and I understood it, and then he went. I feel like he's becoming like the new Alberto Del Rio. The bookings are not going his way. He's just going to leave and jump ship, and then float around and hope they take him back and book him straight into title shots again.
That's very strong, though, to say Alberto Del Rio after what Alberto's done.
I don't mean obviously in Alberto Del Rio's he's done.
Wrestling, right? Okay.
In the wrestling world, Alberto Del Rio he's number one star. I'll talk about his wrestling, but I won't talk about him.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk about Raw and Dynamite and Rampage soon, and Backlash. I want to go through something with you that WWE posted.
Okay.
And they published the list of 30 greatest world title changes in company history. WWE title, this is. Okay,
right.
So it's the 30 greatest WWE title changes in history. So I'll run through them, starting from 30.
Is this the thing you've been thinking in bed about? No. Okay.
This came up when I was looking through the news this morning. Roman Reigns defeats Triple H at WrestleMania 32. The bore fest that was WrestleMania 32 is number 30. Rey Mysterio defeats The Miz on Raw to win the vacant WWE title. The title that wasn't really vacant. Number 28, Undertaker defeats Psycho Sid at WrestleMania 13 to win the WWE title. Number 27, Jinder Mahal defeats Randy Orton at Backlash to win the WWE title. Number 26, The Miz defeats Randy Orton on Raw. I'm guessing that's when he cashed in Money in the Bank to win the WWE title. Brock Lesnar defeats Kofi Kingston on SmackDown to become the WWE champion. John Cena defeats The Rock at WrestleMania 29 to become the WWE champion. Number 23, Randy Orton defeats Triple H at No Mercy to become the WWE champion. I watched that the other week, actually, at No Mercy pay-per-view, and I really liked it. Triple H wins the 2016 Royal Rumble to become the new champion. 21, Eddie Guerrero defeats Brock Lesnar at No Way Out. That's number 21. Number 20, The Rock defeats Mankind at Survivor Series to become the WWE title champion. 19, Warrior defeats Hogan, WrestleMania 6. 18, AJ defeats Jinder. I was there for that.
Whoa. Slow down a second. 18 was that AJ
and Jinder
defeating Jinder in Manchester. Mankind defeating The Rock.
No, Rock defeats Mankind.
Oh, right, okay. But Eddie Guerrero beating Brock Lesnar is
that's
lower
25.
Down.
That's 21. Yeah. Big E defeats Bobby Lashley on Raw to become the WWE champion. Number 16, Shawn Michaels defeats Bret Hart at Survivor Series to become the WWE champion. Montreal Screwjob. 15, John Cena defeats JBL at WrestleMania 21. 14, Randy Savage defeats Ted DiBiase at WrestleMania 4. Daniel Bryan wins the triple threat match at WrestleMania 30, is number 13. Number 12, The Rock defeats Triple H at Backlash 2000 to become the WWE champion. Brock Lesnar defeats The Rock at SummerSlam, is number 11. Number 10, Edge defeats John Cena at New Year's Revolution, cashing in Money in the Bank. Number 9, Ric Flair wins the 1992 Royal Rumble to become the WWE champion. Number 8, Roman Reigns defeats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 38. Number 7, Shawn Michaels defeats Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12 to become the WWE champion. Number 6, John Cena defeats AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble to become the WWE champion. Very good match. It's one of my favourite WWE title matches, that actually. Hulk Hogan defeats the Iron Sheik at Madison Square Garden to become WWE champion, is number 5. Number 4, Stone Cold defeats Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 14. Number 3, Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 31. Number 2, Kofi Kingston defeats Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35 to become the WWE champion. And number 1, Mankind defeats The Rock on Raw to become the WWE champion.
That one.
That's probably that one. I think the only one that's right.
That one deserves to be what it was, because that one changed the whole aspect of wrestling in like ever. Because WCW were winning right up to that point. And Eric Bischoff shot himself in the fucking foot by announcing it on TV that's what was going to happen that night. But I made that list, mate. That's a fucking stupid list.
Isn't it?
Who sits and thinks like this is what we're going to do? There's got to be someone's job that's like, let's compile the top 30. Let's talk like the top. What was it? The top 20 Raw moments we were talking about a few months back.
That was shocking. I can't believe the big one for me is Jinder defeats Ronda is 27. I don't get why is that number 27. It was a shit match and it was a shit choice. I loved it because everyone was pissed off and I pissed myself laughing at it because everyone went on Twitter and was like, "That's it, getting rid of my network, blah blah blah." Yeah, they're still there to this day.
But for me, like Eddie beating Brock,
Eddie,
is way down. That is. The Montreal Screwjob's pretty low down compared. Yeah, no. Fuck their lists. Them lists wind me right up, mate, and you know they do. But there's probably loads of matches that are missing from people that have left the company as well.
I think Flair winning in '92 deserves to be in top 10 because he was coming from NWA and WCW to come into WWE and win it.
I was just about to say there's probably title changes there for matches that were technically under the WCW branding.
Plus Ambrose winning the title at Money in the Bank when all 3 Shield members won it. Jericho winning
when he won the Undisputed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of John Cena ones though.
Surprisingly.
1, 2, 3. There's 3 John Cena. That's that. And only 2 Roman Reigns.
Any Rob Van Dams or anything like that?
No, but that should have been in there, to be fair, at One Night Stand.
That's what I was thinking. Especially with it just being mentioned in the new game as well.
Yeah. No, that should have been in there. But yeah, it's a shit list then. Okay, cool.
The list of wank.
Yeah, there always have been. They need us to go in there and sort it out.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's talk Raw. I watched Raw. I watched it this morning when I woke up. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Raw this week. It wasn't amazing, don't get me wrong. Nowhere near it, but it's set up. By the way, how can you announce Seth Rollins versus Omos at Backlash randomly? No build up, nothing to it. I know it's Vince McMahon because it reeks of Vince McMahon because it's Omos. And I swear down if Omos goes over Seth, I'm gonna delete my account. I'm not really. It's just what people say when they're pissed off. Yeah, Omos versus Seth got announced on Friday night, Saturday morning for us. It was in the UK at Backlash. There's no build up. There's no storyline that's been there. It's random. Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's title got announced. Obviously, Puerto Rico, Zelina Vega. Get that. LWO and Judgment Day are fighting. Totally get that bit. They announced Bronson Reed versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the US title. Don't know where that came from. I know Bronson Reed and Lashley have been feuding over the last few weeks, but Austin Theory's been nowhere, not even on TV. Don't know where that's come from. Obviously, the main event's Riddle, Owens, Zayn against the Bloodline. After watching Raw, it would not surprise me if Solo does something to Jay or Jimmy after watching Raw. And the way Paul Heyman's been with him as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did like was Cody and Finn opening the show.
I've seen that bit. I've seen that. I would love something done properly with a team together, but it's not going to be done for a long time if it is.
No,
because obviously they're pushing Judgment Day on everything, but then having them lose left, right, and center. Yeah, it was a good promo. It annoys me how Bucky and Finn at the moment, because Finn's probably one of the better in-ring performers alongside Seth. They've got. If it was me, I'd put that new title on Finn's waist.
So bringing up the new title, Triple H's words kind of took digs at Roman Reigns for not being in there, rightly so. And then Seth Rollins did a promo on Roman Reigns and having a champion on a show that creates opportunities for other people rather than spending his entire time at home. If you've not seen the title belt, I'll put it in the picture now. You'll see it on YouTube. If you're not on Spotify, go on Google. I'll go on YouTube and watch us anyway. It's like the big gold belt, bit smaller, with a big WWE logo with the world in the middle.
It's horrible.
I've seen worse title designs. I've seen worse, but it's not nowhere near what I thought was going to be the title belt design when it got
I just mean, if you want to bring the big gold one back, just bring the fucking big gold one back.
No, I said to you before, obviously, that we came on the podcast that they're trying to modernize it, aren't they? Because all sports companies have the big logo on front of whatever trophy. Or I mean, Premier League have the big Premier League logo. UFC have UFC on their title belts. It just says UFC. Obviously, WWE changed their WWE title to the logo on the front of it.
Still could.
So that's what they're trying to do.
I just feel current design of that design.
I think it's poor, and I think they could. I think they could have made it a bit different. They put the side plates on it to keep the side plate thing going, which I don't like anyway.
Somebody making fun of it. That's why.
Yeah, that's why they've got it on there. But yeah, they've announced the new World Heavyweight Champion. So wherever Roman Reigns ends up, we don't know what's happening with the Universal and WWE. They've not announced whether there's going to be 3 World Championships or whether there's going to be 2.
No, they'll drop. They'll make the World Heavyweight.
I think they'll drop the WWE.
Yeah, make it Universal World Heavyweight.
Drop the Universal.
I think they should drop the Universal.
No, I do. But because I think what they'll do is probably get to the 1,000-day reign and Roman will go, no one else is going to have that. I'm retiring that title. That's mine now.
Yeah. I think as well with the links with Endeavor, because of their ties with UFC, another combat sport as such, but not like wrestling. They don't have Universal. It's World Heavyweights or UFC champion at your weight class. So I think that's where they'll start looking at as well.
Yeah, I think Roman, like I said, we'll probably get to the 1,000-day reign on the Universal title and go, I'm not defending that anymore. I'm the head of the table for a reason, blah, blah, blah. I'm retiring this title. It's going to be the WWE. And I'm going to carry that and make the 1,000-day reign. Now, I asked my mate Tomo, who's going to be watching, hello, who his first champion would be. At Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, who will be that first World Heavyweight Champion? So I gave him a list of names. I said Seth Rollins. I'd love to see Seth have it, first one. Let him have it and let him run with it for a bit. Obvious one would be Cody Rhodes after not beating Roman. But then my issue with Cody Rhodes not winning it is that it makes him look a little bit weak because he's had to go and win another title because he can't beat Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I think with the draft coming, I think he's going to be drafted to Roman's show because they're going to do the whole finish the story. That's the storyline. It's going to be a long storyline of finish the story. He's going to dethrone him at some point.
The other ones were people that are coming up. So Bron Breakker, potentially, he's going to get drafted onto one of the shows when the draft comes on Friday. Oh shit, that's Friday. The other ones I gave was Bronson Reed, but then I'd want Bronson Reed to win the mid-card title first to get built up as a beast.
I think that's the same with Bron Breakker for me. I feel Bron Breakker.
Yeah, I agree.
Put US around Bron Breakker. Have him take it off Austin Theory and do a US run for a while because he might be well known on NXT and some of the WWE fans will know him, but there's going to be some out there who don't watch NXT and haven't got a clue who he is.
I totally agree with you. Austin Theory was one that I've thrown to him. Obviously, I know you're going to say no straight away.
No.
He's going to have it eventually.
Take my feelings towards Austin Theory away from it. He's still a mid-card.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was just throwing people out there just to see what he said. Bobby Lashley was one. He's there abouts. Drew McIntyre, if he signs a new contract, will he get the opportunity to? Could he win that at Money in the Bank?
That'll be the thing, and if he signs his new contract, we know it. I gotta put out there, if he signs a new contract and we get the news that Drew's re-signed, whatever, that title will be in his waist in a few weeks.
I agree. Who else did I throw to him? Johnny Gargano. But I just don't think Vince would, because Vince is in charge, let's face it. I don't think Vince would put it on him.
I was just going to say, it depends how much power Triple H has in this now, I think.
Yeah. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Riddle. Could Roman Reigns do what he always does and tries to win it back? Omos is a shout for it.
Give it Great Khali.
Brock Lesnar. And the last one, I didn't give him, but I had a thought about it, was Logan Paul.
Oh, fuck that. No.
And then KSI comes in and they win the tag titles. It's a Bloodline 2.0. And then the Sidemen come in and win all the... Yeah, I like that. Oh, I'm joking. I want Seth. I want Seth to win it. I think Seth deserves the title run.
I'd be happy with Seth. They haven't announced how they're going to pick the winner for this, who's going to hold this.
No,
I can see some sort of like fatal 4-way, 5-6-man battle royal, whatever. I won't be angry at Seth, and I wouldn't be surprised at Finn Balor as well.
Finn and Damian Priest. Dominic Mysterio.
No. And I think it all depends how much pull Triple H has got in the booking of it. Because Triple H is the man. If Triple H has got full booking and power of this, and the likes of Finn and Seth, and maybe Johnny Gargano are in there, it's going to be wide open if Triple H has got full booking in it, because they're his guys.
Yeah.
He's put faith in them guys all the way through. He pushed for Finn to be the first Universal Champion.
And then pushed for Kevin Owens to win it, didn't he?
Yeah, pushed for Kevin Owens to win it. He personally went into the stable with Seth Rollins during his first title reign after WrestleMania, the Authority. So he's backing these people. So I wouldn't be surprised if the likes of Finn or even Johnny win it. But yeah, Seth, I'll be more than happy with Seth, mate. You know how I feel with Seth.
Yeah. No, me too. Other people I've just thought of, Edge.
Yeah, one last title run. I can see it. But maybe Edge doesn't want a title run. Maybe Edge has got a list of people he wants to kick.
Yeah, potentially. We don't know whether this is going to carry on the lineage of the World Heavyweight Championship. We don't know.
Right.
So if he does, Edge never lost that title.
So there's an storyline there. Slot an Edge into the match.
Storyline. I'm not saying he could. Storyline potential.
Yeah, but that's it.
The other one I
slot him into the match, though, couldn't it? That could be the way he gets into that match.
Yeah.
I didn't lose the title.
No, definitely. Randy Orton returning eventually. Potentially could go in there. Tommaso Ciampa. Again, Triple H pull.
I'm praying, mate. I know. We've mentioned this before a couple of times. I'm praying for a DIY reunion. That's what I want.
Oh no, I'd love Tommaso Ciampa to win that world title and absolutely just do what he did with the NXT title.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, it'd be amazing. It's another one I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset with that because I like Tommaso, but my heart is crying for a DIY.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm saying
DIY against
Bobby Roode,
mate, a New Day.
Oh, that'd be sick. Bobby Roode.
He's still injured. He's not had.
I thought he's back now.
No, I read something the other day. He's not had his neck fused, so he's still quite some way away.
Dolph Ziggler. Yep, my thought is Ziggler. And then my last one that Tomo said this, to be fair, Gunther.
For me, for Gunther to pick that up, he needs to drop the Intercontinental title between now and Crown Jewel.
Xavier Woods. So, from the rumours I read after SmackDown, Xavier Woods is going away for a couple of weeks, healing himself. You can't see that on Spotify, but I'm doing the exclamation marks in midair. Because we're now on YouTube. YouTube Wrestling Fellas. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell. Apparently, Kofi's coming back. Kofi's healed. And there's rumours of Big E being a manager outside the ring, so he don't get in until he's fully fit. And then it's Imperium versus New Day.
So
I'd love Xavier Woods to win that Intercontinental title.
I think we start it here. This is where we start. And when it gets going, you can post our videos tagged to any of the WWE stuff. We start Savior Mania.
Is that what?
Savior Mania.
Oh, Savior Mania. I thought it said Savior Mania. I was like
Savior Mania. Savior's toppling
yeah.
going for the Intercontinental title. Big E's going to get involved, obviously, somehow.
Yeah, and Kofi.
But yeah, Savior Mania. It started here on the 25th of April on the Wrestling Fellas podcast.
Yeah.
We booked it.
I agree, and I do think Xavier should win it because he's absolutely incredible. He don't get the credit he deserves, to be fair. So yeah, we opened up with Cody Rhodes. Finn, Triple H brought out obviously the new world title. Then we had the Bloodline versus Latino Order. Latino World Order. I don't know why I said that wrong. For the Latino World Order to lose. Do you need the Bloodline to win? Do you need that? I know they've got the tag title match on SmackDown, but they could have just gave it to the RWO for a week. You know, they've not won since they came together. Can give them a chance. The Bloodline won, obviously. Then Street Profits versus Cedric and Benjamin. Now there was a little bit in this at one point where I thought Montez is going solo here.
All right.
I don't know why. There's something in the match. I was half asleep when I watched the match. Well, I watched at the end, and it was like Montez Ford was like, him and MVP were looking at each other, like there's something going on between them, and you're like, could you really see Montez Ford go solo with MVP? Because Montez Ford doesn't need a manager. He's minute on the mic, he's minute in the ring. You don't need a manager. You don't need MVP.
Hurt Locker 2.0.
No, I don't think it will.
I do think it's on the horizon. I don't think it's.
I think it'll be the draft.
I don't think it. Yeah, I think they'll use a draft to split them. I feel sorry for Dawkins. I feel sorry for Dawkins because he's going to disappear. But then again, it could light the fire up his ass, and we could be completely wrong. It could be Dawkins that takes the run.
Yeah,
we know, and this may be what everybody is, but Tez he's got star quality, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got everything.
And someone compared him, I can't remember who it was, compared him the other week to early days of The Rock and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's there. Am I ready for it? Are they ready for it?
I don't think so. I want them to have another title reign before they do anything with them.
I think about probably another year, maybe next year's draft. If you do a draft again next year, then split them up, but not just yet. Look at what happened when Big E got drafted away from.
They had to bring their day back together, didn't they?
Yeah, and people are like, "Do you think Big E won the title when he got drafted?" Yeah, he did, but the New Day were nosediving without him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see. I know it is coming. It's been floating around for ages. That one.
Then we had Triple H's announcement of the new World Heavyweight Championship. Then we had Damage Control versus Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez, and Liv Morgan. I just wish they'd stop putting Raquel in a tag team because it's pissing me off. I think she's winning Money in the Bank anyway. Which obviously Super Bianca won, and then got announced as Io versus Bianca at Backlash. I'm fed up with Bianca as champion. It's doing me. I don't want Io to win it so bad. Then we had Mustafa Ali versus Chad Gable for some reason. I mean, Chad Gable, yeah. Mustafa Ali, they're still trying to force him down people's faces. It ain't working. It's not going to work. Just let him go. Let him have his release that he wanted 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we had Finn versus Cody. Sorry, it wasn't the main event because we had Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest as the main event when Bad Bunny came out and announced he's not being the host of back between Theory, Reed, and Lashley as well.
Yeah.
That, and then Seth came out to big up the new World Heavyweight Championship, and then Omos came out and they had a little thing going together. And Seth said something along the lines of, "I'm not scared of you, and I'm not scared to stamp your face into the mat when I beat you on."
I just like.
Backlash.
I just don't. I think you don't know if he sent the pod earlier or he said it when we were talking before. I just hope they don't put Omos over at the expense of Seth.
No, me too. He doesn't deserve that.
No.
But let's talk about something that's hot at the moment.
I watched
Dynamite
YouTube channel and
a new YouTube channel. The Wrestling Fellas on YouTube posted a video yesterday. Go like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when we post a new video. I'm getting good at that. I watched Dynamite on Wednesday.
Ooh, it's been the first one
for a while,
hasn't it?
Dynamite show. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And the thing I loved the most about it was Adam Cole and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Can't wait to see this absolutely blow off.
It's gonna go for bangers.
Especially because they got Britt involved and they beat down Britt with what they called the shit free. Outcasters or something, outsiders. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Outcast. Yeah. So I haven't watched this week's, and I'm glad we cleared this up before we came on air because I would have made an absolute fool of myself. I thought I was up to date, but I'm not. I'm a week behind. But yeah, I've seen the picture of Britt Baker of the black eye because I think Saraya's got it as a profile picture on Twitter.
Probably makes itself relevant.
But they've been working their way up. I'm just trying to catch up, and I'll probably watch that this afternoon or this evening. Trying to catch up on it. But yeah, they've been building it up. Adam Cole, Jericho for a little while, which just take my money now.
And then you had the Elite coming out talking obviously about the Blackpool Bullet Club and all the beatdown and shit like that. And then I'm gonna call him Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson came on the Titantron, started laying into him, and then is it Wheeler Yuta, whatever his name. I always forget his name. I don't know why. That's the one. John Moxley and Claudio came from the behind and attacked him, and then Don Callis came out, then ran away, and then brought out Take a Shitter.
So I've seen this bit because I literally before we came on, I had some lunch, and I watch BTE. I watch BTE every week. I don't miss BTE, and they do a lot of the stuff backstage and stuff. So I've seen this bit. Now on BTE, because I know you don't watch it, they run some storylines for TV through it as well.
Okay.
So the Hangman Page stuff where they fell out of him, that originated in BTE, and they bring it through. So there is connections to that there, and there's a section after that happened, and Take a Shitter came out and helped them. They were backstage, and everybody's absolutely buzzing, barring Kenny. Kenny was a bit subdued about it all. The Elite's giving him an Elite T-shirt, calling him an honorary member. This leads me on to thinking, and this is where you're going to go, because you watch New Japan. Back in New Japan, Kenny, his best mate was Kota Ibushi. They were a tag team called the Golden Lovers.
The Golden Lovers.
Yeah. What a weird name. I actually had a Golden Lovers T-shirt. I don't know.
I honestly thought you were going to say I actually have my missus calling me that, but okay. Yeah.
And Kota Ibushi's, I think, a free agent now. I believe he's one of the ones WWE are trying to get in, but he's not overly keen on him because he obviously went in and did the Cruiserweight Challenge with him, stuff like that, so he knows what to expect. And before the Bucks and Kenny left, they established the Golden Elite, which was the Elite and Kota. And I think they're working on the storyline. That there where Kenny was, they're working on a storyline how Kenny's, there's a new Japanese guy in helping him, but it's not the one he wants.
Right.
And they're going to work in, hopefully, fingers crossed, Kota. I love Kota Ibushi.
I like him in NXT. So I'm in NXT.
Mate, let me give you a recommendation. Go and find Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, the Golden Lovers versus the Elite in New Japan.
Say that again. Let me write that down. Go on.
Kenny. So the Golden Lovers, which is Kota Ibushi and
I've been the
Kenny
Golden Lovers.
Versus Young Bucks. It's in
what? Do the Young Bucks get beat?
Mate, I can't remember. I think they may win, but the storytelling in this match is amazing because obviously Kenny's cross between the two of them. He doesn't want to hurt the Bucks. He doesn't want to lose either. Storytelling for that match was amazing, mate. Such a good thing. I'd love to see Kota on TV again with the Elite. But then again, I want Hangman back with the Elite too. So
you just want everyone with the Elite, and
yeah, I want Cody back with the Elite.
No, NWO for it. Fucking hell.
No, that's the Elite. That's the Elite. That was the original name of the Bullet Club. They left the Bullet Club to be the Elite. There was them. Hangman Kenny, the Bucks, Cody, and Marty Scurll. That's the Elite.
Throwing Sammy Guevara as well. Why fucking that? Anyway, no, I'm joking. The opening of Dynamite was the 4 pillars of AEW that kicked off Dynamite. You had Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and the AEW World Heavyweight Champion MJF. I don't like Jack Perry on the mic. Love him in the ring. Don't like him on the mic. Just feel like Darby Allin as well. I'm not keen on Darby Allin. Sammy Guevara, perfect. Like you can hate him when he speaks.
You're the polar opposite to me, so I cannot stand Sammy Guevara. I used to love watching Sammy matches as well when he first came through. He put on. I'm just bored of him now. I don't like him. He's on par. No, he's worse off than Austin Theory. For me.
No, I'll say something. No, what I'm saying is when he speaks, he's got it when you speak.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas Jack Perry, because Jungle Boy, I'm guessing, has very rarely took the mic and had the promo. Darby Allin is probably the same.
Darby does a bit every now and then. If I remember right, when Jungle Boy came through, he didn't speak. He was meant to be like a Tarzan-esque character.
Okay.
A Luchasaurus did talking.
They all seem to have one thing in common, though.
What's that?
They all like Sammy because you know what you're getting from him. Literally, that was what they all said. He's going to stab you in the back. He'll stab you in the back. You know what you're going to get from him. whereas the others, they're just out for themselves. That's what, and that's obviously what MJF said as well. But it was, I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it opening. MJF saved it. Darby Allin, I like Darby Allin in the ring. On mic, I thought he's so boring. And I can see why Sting does it for him. And why he needs Sting. As being the vocal piece. Rather than not in ring, because Darby Allin in ring's quality. Then you had Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker versus Tony Storm, Ruby Soho. It was a big because Britt Baker's sick and Jamie Hayter's really good. Ruby Soho was good, to be fair, as well. I don't really care about Tony Storm or Saraya at this point. I'm past caring about them both. It's Britt Baker in it. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter were sick. Then you had the Elite.
I've got a new level of respect for Britt Baker. I'll go into that in a minute, though.
Okay.
Why?
You had the Elite and Take a Shitter that we spoke about before. Then you had the TNT Championship, I was going to say then. The TNT Championship, Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Wardlow defeated Hobbs for the title after 41 days as champion. Why are they playing hot potato with it?
I don't.
Why is it not just? And it's supposed to be
I don't know.
The title that, and then you win that. And is it like the Intercontinental title?
It's the mid card title in it, so it's like the combination of Intercontinental US, I think, because their Intercontinental title, I think it's called now. It's fucking pointless because it was the Atlantic title, which was meant to be defended all over the world, and then it hasn't been.
Changed that name now, haven't they?
Yeah. An Orange Cat, and I love Orange. I am a massive Orange Cassidy fan. I've loved Orange Cassidy since the first time I laid my eyes on him in an AEW ring. But I have an issue with him and his title reign. He puts the title in a backpack, and I find that and that's just me, and it might be because of watching wrestling for all these years. and obviously it's his gimmick, but I find it very disrespectful.
Yeah, I agree.
Drape it over his shoulder, have him dragging it along the floor behind him or something, not carrying it around in a backpack.
With Danhausen, have Danhausen hold it for him.
Yeah.
And he says he's cursed it or something. I don't know. Anyway, Commander versus Jay White quality match. I enjoyed that match. To be fair, I never watched Jay White before.
Jay's good, mate. I've seen Jay White live. He's very good. Very nice guy as well. Out of the character, very nice guy. I met him at a Rev Pro event in Altrincham a few years back.
Okay.
And he was IGPW world champion, US champion. And he was stood at the table literally straight after the match, mate. I didn't even think he had a shirt on, sweating as anything. And I made a beeline for his table because at this point I was doing a thing where any wrestler I met, I got an 8x10 signed and a photo with them.
Yeah.
And he didn't have any 8x10s. And he's like, I was like, all right, I'll just take a photo with you. And he didn't charge me for the photo.
Oh, nice.
And he lifted up the title and he threw the title over my shoulder. That was heavy.
Is it?
Yeah, and he was dead nice to talk to. So yeah, he was. Let's see if the fame of New Japan's gone to his head. But yeah, he's a nice guy as well.
Yeah, be it AEW, All In, All Out, whichever one it is.
All In.
All In. That's the one. And then you had obviously Adam Cole, Jericho face to face, which was absolutely sick, and I absolutely loved it, and reminded me of the reason why I like Chris Jericho so much and Adam Cole, because I kind of obviously I like Chris Jericho, I like Adam Cole, but I kind of don't really care about Adam Cole as much until this, because he wasn't really. I mean, I didn't watch it when he first came in, but for me, he wasn't NXT Adam Cole. He wasn't undisputed era Adam Cole. He wasn't leader of the roster Adam Cole, obviously, because he's bigger company, Moxley and Omega and stuff. But after this, I want to watch and see what goes on now. And Jericho makes anyone look mint. So
the Adam Cole that's on AEW, mate, it's the Adam Cole from ROH and New Japan. It's the more cocky, more arrogant Adam Cole. But right now he's on this very, very face run because he's been injured for God knows how long. His career at one point, he thought his career was going to be over. So he's on this very, very face run, and I'm glad that they're putting him with Jericho for a while. And because Jericho's got to be one of the most safest workers out there. He's got to be.
Yeah.
To look after Adam for this run. It's got to be money. It's got money written all over it. I would like to see them team together. If Jericho dropped stupid JAS stuff. So I've been watching a lot of old AEW stuff this week and last week, and I'm going back when it first started, just before COVID kicked in, and he was it was the thingy. What would he called now? Oh, what the fuck was the group called?
Inner Circle.
Inner Circle was coming together and going through the peak. Inner Circle was far better than JS. Far better.
Yeah, it was. I don't like what's his name on it. The one with the weird face. What's his name?
The ones that were on NXT for a little while and then got dropped. Yeah.
Magic. Is that it? Is that him?
Yeah, I think that's what he's going by.
Oh, what's up with his face?
I don't know. But when he was with Ortiz and Santana, I don't get Jake Hager. I really don't. He's the muscle. Just tell him to stop talking as well. And Sammy, even Sammy when there was okay, but they were badass. JLS, and I get it. It's a gimmick, and that's what they're doing. They're sports entertainers.
Did you just call him JLS?
They might as fucking well be.
I think you just called him JLS.
JAS. Jazz.
JLS.
I don't like this Jericho. This is probably the only time doing Jericho gimmicks I don't like.
Oh my God.
I'd be good if he dropped it, and he teamed with somebody like Adam Cole as a heel tag team.
Britt Baker came out, slapped Jericho, and then the Outcast held her down as Adam Cole was handcuffed. I don't understand why. Was it Jake Hager that handcuffed him to the rope? I don't understand why he didn't just put one handcuff on him and one on the rope. He handcuffed him to the rope. I didn't get it. It made more work. And then he attacked her with a kendo stick because it's the cool weapon for everybody on wrestling to have nowadays. And then they walked away. And then the main event was the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. Oh, sorry, Daddy Ass versus Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ange, and Jake Hager. That wasn't the main event. I'm so sorry that wasn't the main event.
Scissor me, Daddy Ass.
Scissor me, Daddy Ass. The Acclaimed are 6, so they made that match because the other 3 didn't. And then the main event was Jungle Boy versus Sammy Guevara, and then MJF helped Sammy Guevara win.
Yes, I've seen a clip of that. I'm hoping they do this 4-pillar thing and they make it a fatal 4-way or whatever.
Yeah, I do. That's what I was hoping they'd do.
I have an issue with the 4 pillars because it's actually 5 pillars of AEW. Because Britt Baker deserves to be the 5th pillar.
I know, but I mean, Britt Baker can't be in for that title, can she?
It'd be amazing if they put her in there and she fucking pins him and wins it.
Very good point. But
then wins it, but then Adam Cole comes out to celebrate and she just gives it to Adam Cole's champion.
Now we're just wishing and hoping. Now we're getting Cody Rhodes stage.
Yeah. No, but as I mentioned before, I've got a newfound appreciation for Britt Baker, more as Britt Baker as Britt Baker, not the character on TV, is the person behind the character. Have you noticed that AEW All Access is on ITV, mate?
Nope.
No.
Now I do.
So I discovered this weekend that it was, and I watched the first 2 episodes this weekend. And obviously it's filmed way behind. Yeah, do it, mate. It's really good. You can. I still believe a lot of it's scripted, but you get to see a bit more into Adam Cole's injury and Britt Baker looking after him, and Britt Baker as a person, a girlfriend to Adam Cole. She's just, she earned a new level of respect from me. He's busting it back in the ring, and she's keeping him level-headed, and reminding him that his life, health and stuff's more important and stuff. It sort of mentions the fallout between the EVPs and CM Punk, but they sort of very early on say they're not speaking about it. On the show, it follows.
Oh yeah,
Sammy Guevara around quite a bit, which annoys the shit out of me. But it's really interesting, and that's where I got that. You get to see the Brit. What I'm hoping is Britt Baker, the person, a bit more, and I just got a new level of respect for her. She says in there she's going through the stage right now where she wants to put the other women on a pedestal, and she's happy to get beat and make the company and the brand and the women's division at AEW better. If that means her losing every week, she's happy. But she'll get to a point where she wants her spot back, and when it does, no one's getting in her way. But no, it's good. You see very Kyle O'Reilly's in it.
Oh really?
He's had surgery. You mentioned that in there. He's had some sort of surgery.
Yeah, he's been out, hasn't he, for a bit?
I want to say it's his neck, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was his neck. Do you know I want to know what's going on with? Sorry, as you do it, talking about that, Roderick Strong. I'm talking. Sorry.
I reckon Roddy Strong's on gardening duty, mate, till that contract runs out. Oh, he's been released, but we're waiting. He's working down his 3 months.
He's got an ankle injury, so he's out.
Right.
Yeah, surgery.
But no, that there, mate, was very good programming. I think it's like an hour long. There's one coming up with Eddie Kingston in it, and it's a short clip of it, him talking to Ruby Soho, and he's basically saying he doesn't. It sounded like to me, and that's what I've took from the small clip, that he doesn't want the fans liking him and the fan base, because that's not what he wants. That's not him. He wants to be, and he touches on it. He just comes out. He does his job. He comes across very, what's the word? recluse. So Sammy Guevara goes to speak to him, and he's sat on his phone watching videos on his own in the arena. No one else with him, just sat there on his own. So we might get a different inside look at obviously wrestlers behind the characters.
Yeah, I like that though. I like that kind of stuff.
The NXT one was good. Do you remember the NXT one they did? I can't remember what it's called.
Breaking Grounds.
Yeah, that was brilliant because that did sort of the same thing. We got to see how NXT worked behind stage as well. But no, it's cool. So before we get into your stuff that you've sitting dreamed up about us, dreamed about me for, as you're aware, if you listen back to the podcast, what we know 5 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 5 weeks ago it was.
Oh, 5-6 weeks ago, obviously we had James and Philip Wrestling on, and it was a promotion for the show that's coming up this weekend. So the calendar open up, fucking calendar. Oh, my calendar doesn't want to open on my laptop. So it technically starts on Friday the 28th, but it's the 29th and 30th. And the fellas are going to be there. Well, one half of the fellas are going to be there. So I thought I'd announce who and let you know who I'm going to meet, mate.
Oh, go for it. Go on, let's talk to us.
So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of companies I'm gonna try and capture some stuff. So I'm gonna obviously try and document as much as I can for it. I'll try and put it on the TikTok page and stuff like that, and then I'll probably send it to Matt, let Matt make a video out of it, because he's the editor. So any of the YouTube videos, unless I get my finger out my ass and decide to say, Matt, where are you getting your software from to do it? It's all Matt's work, and anybody else that's helping him, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for doing that, because I don't really have time to do that shit. I edit the audio for Spotify. I'm not even going to say it's hard. I have a software that runs it, edits it for me, puts it on, and I just press a button, copy and paste. Matt does the write-up as well for the pod, because if I do it, it's so bad.
And sometimes I honestly forget that I've not done it, and then it's like a week later, and I'm like, why is there no pod going? Oh shit, I've not sent the write-up.
So if you go back through the pods, you can see when Matt started taking over the write-up, because they're actually quite decent. Mine were very basic. But yeah, so Matt does all the videos for it, and I appreciate him so much for that. I will eventually one day get my finger out and ask you how to do it, because I can't expect you to do every YouTube video for us.
Doing every YouTube video. It keeps me occupied and keeps me head up focused on something. So now I know how to do it.
So I'll try and capture as much as I can. I'll try and get some, because I did it last year. We got Gradle to do a video for us. I'll see if I can. I'll try and get conversations going. It's gonna be a bit hard because I'm going on the Sunday, which is the last day. So people are going to be a bit more. But I am meeting. I will start. I'm not in no particular order. This is because I don't want to put importance on it. So I'm meeting Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Nice. Cool.
I am meeting the absolute legend and icon of my life,
Goldberg.
Paul White.
Oh.
Big Show. Goldberg Saturday only.
Bastard. Really want to see Goldberg. Can't wait for him to fight for the AEW title in London. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. I am meeting Adam Cole.
Baby.
And I am meeting FTR.
Nice. I've got my friend getting an autograph for FTR from me.
So I have a question. And I put this out. I said this to Zoe. Hi, Zoe. She wanted to mention it on the pod this week.
Oh, she did. After her antics last week, interrupting us.
She watched it back and she heard herself. She was so embarrassed. Now when I meet Adam Cole, do I get him to do the boom, or do I get him to do the baby?
Boom.
I think the boom, innit?
Yeah.
At Pete Dunne, we did the.
I'll see if you can get into the Watch Wrestling Following podcast. Boom. That's sick.
I might have a look and see. I might actually.
I'll give you money toward it.
It's depends on the charging. Depends on the charging, and I don't know if the guys listen to this. And I'm going to be really honest. It's the one of the things that I did, and I don't dislike. But you charge the same price for an autograph and a photo, and I think you charge the same price for a video as an autograph. An autograph is a squiggle of a pen, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the only issue I have with the thing. There's going to be MMA fighters there as well. They're doing full of MMA the same day.
Yeah, Randy Castillo there.
Yeah, St. Pierre, George St. Pierre.
St. Pierre's there.
Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
Silver, Anderson Silver. Pierre and Silver's the only one I'm interested in if I was going to do anything there. But I'm not an MMA fighter, I just know their names. But yeah, so that's my meeting. I believe the ITW guys are there, so I'm going to try and have a chat with Mark Dallas. I fucking love Mark Dallas on TikTok. He's funny as anything.
Is it?
Yeah. And try and get a chat with some of them and see if I can squeeze a video out of some of them. And obviously you got all the exhibitions. And also Thursday evening at WWE Live in Manchester.
So I had an email through from the AO Arena saying still time to get your tickets for WWE, and I went, I'll have a look how much they are. There's still 70 quid for a ticket for In the Gods.
So I got my tickets on a resale, £54 each.
Why so much? It's a house show. I'm not paying 70 quid to go and watch us.
The match card's apparently been leaked.
Oh yeah, the main event's Cody Rhodes and
Finn Balor.
In it.
Yeah, so like the matches are not amazing, but Cody's there. That's all that matters. I think we're getting like a Alpha Academy against the Maximum Male Models.
Can't wait for that. Quality.
Yeah, Seth versus somebody. Can't think who Seth's
almost
taking up now. Might be almost. I don't know.
I'm sure I had it up before. Give me a second.
So there, but I'll gather footage from that as well. Matt's gonna be a busy boy.
I am. Keep him coming.
It's stuff for the page, innit? So
I had a picture of it on Twitter and it's gone now.
Yeah,
it must have been took down. But yeah, Riddle's there as well, isn't he?
Yeah, so people are sharing it in that Full of Wrestling page. Don't even know why we promote them because they didn't promote us. Yeah, so there should be some content coming. I know Matt's done some stuff on TikTok, which I'm going to redo my version of later on.
Also, going on to the TikTok thing, I said it before we came on. I have my issue with this, right? So someone put on it. I put it on, and it was already a bracket thing, and it already had the wrestlers in there. I didn't choose the wrestlers because if I would have chosen the wrestlers, I would not have picked Ric Flair to be in it for one, right? And Big Show as well. Someone put never do one again.
Whoa. I like Big Shows. Don't even.
I know, but out of all the wrestlers I could have put, John Cena weren't there, Jericho weren't there, Eddie Guerrero weren't there. I would have put all them over. Undertaker wasn't in it.
Well, you don't think I'll do mine later on. It may be totally different wrestlers for me later on.
It's not. I tried it a few times.
Oh, right, okay.
To see if it was different, and it was the same one. And then someone put never do one again. I'm gonna do even my favorite wrestlers. Why would you not? So my favorite wrestler, if people don't know, welcome to YouTube. We're the Wrestling Fellas on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's Triple H or Edge. Are they on par with each other? So if Triple H or Edge are going to be there, to me, they're the greatest wrestler going ever to grace God's green earth. By the Undertaker, he gets a pass because it's the Undertaker. So don't be mad because I didn't choose Mick Foley or Hulk Hogan. Don't be mad at it. Your choice, mate. I did a football one the other day and sent it to my mates. They all said I was a fool. I said Scott McTominay was the best midfielder in the Premier League.
Mate, you're smoking crack.
I know he's not. I was doing it to get a reaction out of people, but that's my choice. If that was actually my choice, that would have actually been my choice.
Look, and we've said this very openly. We're out there for watchers, listeners, whatever feedback. Because obviously we're on YouTube now. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, and comment. And we're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know,
you type it in, we come up. It's the same logo and every single thing. So
yeah, you can't miss us. And we've been very open, and we will take any sort of feedback on as critique.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a keyboard warrior and you've put your big tough guy pants on and typing messages like that, be prepared for us to come back to you, because let's just remind you, we don't have some big bosses making us do this. We are the bosses.
We are the bosses.
And
we report to each other.
Yeah. And I don't have a filter. If you come at me, I'm coming at you. And I'm brutal. I am brutal.
I just replied saying, what would your choice be, fella? Dead nice about it. And he's not replying. So obviously...
You know the difference between man and minds.
Yeah. No, you know he's replying to you. You know he
isn't. Yeah.
Unless,
I'll be nice.
Unless you come at me.
I'll be nice. But if you carry on being an arsehole, you're going to get an arsehole back.
You're going to be a dickhead about it.
As my old gran, and probably everybody else's grans told him, you don't have nothing nice to say. Don't say anything. Plain simple
exactly.
as
that. Unless it's critique, and then we'll take it on. We'll take it on the back, and we'll go, right, okay, this is what we need to change. That's how you get better.
Yeah, that's it. Right, so come on. Hit me with the stuff you were thinking about.
Cool. So, on Twitter... I love how you put it.
I know absolutely nothing about this, and I feel this is like your payback from the early pods, which if you haven't heard, are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. Everyone has opinions in WWE, AEW, Impact, but in wrestling in general. And then you get someone saying, "This is better than this. If this wouldn't have happened, this wouldn't have happened." So I've got a few questions to ask you. I'll let you choose, and then I'll do my opinion.
And say if you go back to last week's YouTube video, on the YouTube video on last week's podcast, you would see we had a massive debate around Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn of Wrestling of the Year and our awards. We have our own opinions.
It happens. Sometimes they get heated, sometimes they don't.
Mine's always right. Matt's are always wrong.
John's is always to do with fucking John Moxley or fucking Eddie Kingston. So, the first question I've got are statements. It's a statement. Okay. Kurt Angle's TNA run is better than his WWE run ever was.
Oh, I don't know where I stand that one, mate. I really don't.
I can give my opinion.
Yeah, give me your opinion. Yeah. Let me have a couple of minutes to think on this.
I totally agree. TNA. So when Kurt Angle came into TNA, he got made into a machine. His matches with Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Low Ki, Amazing Red, Christian Cage, Booker T, everyone that he faced up against in TNA, he made them look like a star, and him was even. He always took it to another step. And his 3 matches with Samoa Joe on the pay-per-views on a run were 3 of the best wrestling matches I've ever watched. Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. And throw AJ Styles in there because when they had the triple threat matches between them, we'll call it. He made Sting look amazing when he faced Sting, and Jeff Jarrett, and Mick Foley when he faced them all for the TNA championship. He lasted till 2010, 2011.
I think he had a longer run in TNA than he did WWE, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And he not once did he lay off. He was constant. Every match was better, either better or on par. His WWE run, don't get me wrong, from 1999 onwards, in the first few years, he was incredible. He won the WWE title, European title, Intercontinental title faster than anyone's ever done it. And then, obviously, main event in WrestleMania 19 with Brock Lesnar. Faced Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21 in Match of the Night, which was quality. And then his last WrestleMania, he lost the world title to Rey Mysterio in the triple threat match for the world title, which included Randy Orton. Then he went to ECW, kind of became a wrestling machine there. They kind of started pushing it, and then he wasn't happy with the direction of his character, and then he went to TNA. So I agree. TNA run Kurt Angle is so much better than WWE's run.
So, Kurt Angle is in my... Kurt Angle, if I had to make Mount Rushmore, he would be in my considerations for my Mount Rushmore, without a shadow of a doubt. I am obviously, everybody does them, and the same people. I'm a bit different. My Mount Rushmore would be totally different, and he would be consideration. His match with Jericho in China back in the Attitude Era was, to speak for himself, sexy Kurt. Yeah. All that stuff with Edge and Christian. He showed his comedic side. But I have to agree, the TNA run was far better. And he did that battling some major, major demons.
Yeah.
And he still put on a show. He had injuries. he looked rough towards the end of it.
Yeah,
but
he
still
did.
went out and
He
put banger after banger. I've met him, and it's probably taking its toll on him now. But yeah, no, I'm fully agree with that one. The TNA ones now are thinking back of it. He made superstars out of people that were on the cusp but just couldn't get over that line. He turned Samoa Joe and AJ Styles from good wrestlers to great wrestlers.
Yeah, definitely.
But
And
yeah,
the
I
likes of
agree with that.
Kazarian and Christopher Daniels as well.
Yeah.
Next one. Mick Foley would never have been as famous if he wasn't thrown off Hell in a Cell.
Bollocks. Nah, I disagree with that, and I don't know if this is something I've spoken about, but I like Mick. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Mick Foley got famous for winning the World Heavyweight title off The Rock, the Boiler Room match against The Undertaker as Mankind. Mick Foley.
I mean, I agree. I totally agree, by the way. But would he have not won the world title off The Rock because it happened the year after?
I think it didn't harm him. I think it shortened his career, so it didn't harm him.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say it did.
He was a Jack Foley. He was a bigger name in already. He was well known for his WCW days. He's worked out in New Japan where he lost his ear against Vader in a match. His hardcore matches with Terry Funk, Dory Funk, and he's worked out in Japan where he had proper death matches. So he was already going to be a superstar. Did the Hell in a Cell match help? Maybe, but I think even without it, he would have went on, and we probably would have got, if he didn't fall off the top of that cage twice, remember, because he went in with Triple H, went through the fucking middle. I think his career
got chopped down through the middle.
Yeah,
yeah,
because he went off the top, then he climbed back up, and he chokeslammed them through. He went through it twice in that match, and then he did it.
And his tooth was in his nose, weren't it?
Yeah, it's great. I remember watching that match with Zoe, and she's like, "Oh, look at the bogey in his nose." Like, it's not a bogey. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's not a bogey. That's a tooth. I did the same thing with my ex.
That's a tooth.
I totally agree with you. I still think he would have won the world title off The Rock, and be who he is now. Next one. I don't like this fella, but if Bret Hart went to WCW after the screw job with the WWE Championship, would WWE have lost the Monday Night War?
No, absolutely not. I think that war was lost. No matter what happened, Eric Bischoff lost that war by being a prick and announcing the pre-recorded results every week. He shot himself. That night, he announced that Mick Foley, Mankind, was going to beat The Rock for the title on Monday Night Raw. That's when he killed WCW. That's when he put the bullet in. Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs. Like, you could look at that, spin it there. What if Undertaker had done the jump ship, would they've won it? I don't think they would have. I think that was dying. It was imploding. You had Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, rest his soul. I mean, and Hulk Hogan. They were running the show. So if they signed it came out. I can't remember where I watched this now. Might have been Dark Side of the Ring, maybe. But it came out. If, let's say, when Bret Hart signed for him, Bret Hart was on more money than them three. They got a pay rise, so they were the highest earners.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And it was run by the asylum's been run by the inmates, and that's what killed it off. And then Eric Bischoff just got too big for his boots as well.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it would have mattered. I think it was destined to fail anyway, because of the contracts.
And I think me and you are both on the same par here with Bret Hart. Don't get me wrong, good in-ring talent, but too many people put him on a very high pedestal. Far too big of a pedestal.
He's not someone that I'll go out my way to watch, or if he was in front of me, talk to.
I think I liked him as a kid, but I think I liked him when I was a kid, but I think that's because everybody liked him when we were younger. He was cool back then, but now when you're older and you appreciate it a bit more, yeah, I think he's put too much on a pedestal myself.
Yeah. Next one. If anyone else would have slapped Kurt Angle instead of John Cena, they would not have transcended the way John Cena did. And these are all opinions and all statements I've seen on Twitter. That's why I've took them.
So I feel that slap didn't transcend John Cena. That slap
No, I know,
transcended an era. I feel if anybody has slapped, I feel a slap
is that
from
with
John
Shelton
Cena.
Benjamin?
No, I don't think it would have took the same effect. Absolutely not.
No.
But I think John Cena got John Cena to where John Cena is. Because if you think he was the prototype for a good period of time, then he disappeared, came back as the rapper John Cena, and the rapper John Cena is what put John Cena on the map with the matches against JBL and stuff like
Calio.
Cali and Jesus.
Being stabbed.
Still on run.
Yeah, still out there somewhere. No, I agree. I think if it was Shelton, wouldn't have worked. Brock Lesnar probably, but Brock Lesnar wasn't that.
I'm thinking of the class that came through around the same time as well. Brock Lesnar, maybe. Big Dave Batista, potentially. Orton, potentially. But if you're talking like Shelton Benjamin, maybe not.
Yeah, no, I agree. Next one. Bray Wyatt wouldn't be successful in AEW and he'd be stale like he is in his current WWE run.
I disagree with that massively.
Thought you would.
And it's just for the sheer fact I feel. I don't know. I just feel that obviously with what's gone through the transcend and the bookings and stuff changing left, right, and centre in WWE, AEW give their creative to the superstars a little bit more freedom. And we could have had a little bit more from him in his creative side. I reckon we would have had so much more cinematic matches. And I think talent-wise, you got Aleister Black and stuff there. Darby's there. You know these weirder characters. There's no one really strange in WWE bar Bray and Dexter Lumis. That's about it.
Yeah. No, fair. I agree. Which one should I do next? Without Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era, NXT in 2018-19 wouldn't have been as successful as it was.
So remind me here, make sure my encyclopedia when it comes to dates. This is after Finn and Shinsuke and Kev and Sami had gone. Yeah, absolutely.
When you had Drew and eventually Karrion.
Drew didn't stay very long. And then
Adam Cole took the title off him, didn't he?
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. If it wasn't for the Undisputed Era carrying it with the likes of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, they've got to get a mention in there. Them 6 people, they carried NXT through that period. Absolutely.
Yep. I agree. Sasha Banks can't make it as big in New Japan Pro Wrestling or AEW. If the rumors are true this week with big Tony Khan's big announcement again. Breaking news. As she did in WWE.
I see it.
By the way, we see the promos this week at New Japan. No. They're cringe as fuck, mate.
She's come out as Black Tiger mask on, isn't she?
Singing and dancing.
She came out as Black Tiger mask, which is an Eddie Guerrero mask.
And then in the one of the like interview things, she came to I don't know who her opponent's going to be. Came to her opponent with a guitar, a little guitar, and made up a fucking shit song, and it was cringe as fuck.
If you take away the companies that mentioned there and twisted that as in could Sasha Banks make it outside the company, outside of WWE, I believe she can if she wants to. I think anybody can. You've just got to be willing to put the work in. And I say that because if you look at who's done it, Mark Cardona, Cody Rhodes, they've put the work in and they've made themselves. They are bigger now. Well, Cody's gone back, but Matt Cardona is bigger now than he ever was in WWE.
Yeah.
And I think if you take out of consideration, if she hit the independents, traveled the world, I think that's what's going to hold her back. I don't think she's willing to travel much.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think that's what held her back. Do we think if she went to AEW, I think the AEW women's locker room's a bit stale. It might work, but I know what they're going to do. They're going to align her with Toni Storm, Saraya, Ruby Soho was the Outcasts. Yeah, I don't know. What was it? So she wouldn't make it without outside? Is that the statement?
She wouldn't make it outside of the WWE.
Depending what way she goes, I agree with that to a degree. If she wants to put in the work, she will. But I don't think she wants to.
Yeah, same. I think she just wants to give another plate.
Yeah, and I think because she's in the Mandalorian as well, she's not willing to travel.
She did mention that in a promo this week.
She wants to be a Hollywood superstar, but she needs a platform to keep her relevant.
Yeah, no, I agree. The what chants are boring and overdone.
If they're done at the right time, they're great. But I agree with it. But I also want to add in the woo. The Ric Flair woos are done. I am fed up of going to a show, whether it be an independent show or a main company show, and you wait for the show to go in, and you can guarantee Matt's up in the rafters going, woo!
No, I wasn't. I was going, sheesh!
Yeah. But no, you guarantee someone starts off the woos, and it winds me up. I hate the woos.
I hate the what chants. I can't fucking stand them.
If it's done
no matter
right,
what context. Nah, not even then. It's so done. I'm bored of it. What? Yeah, Stone Cold when he's there, perfect. Do that. It's so boring. I don't care who it is, Dominic or Austin Theory or Vince McMahon. Don't care. It's boring. Stop it. It's winding me up.
I like
and
them.
Yeah, the
I don't
woos
mind
as
them.
well. I hate the woos. Can't stand them. Jeff Jarrett has been a better signing for AEW than Andrade, Keith Lee, and Jake Hager.
Yes.
I don't know why them three.
Yes.
It was just I just saw it on Twitter and I just got it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I agree.
Yeah. I'm not even thinking about it. I feel sorry for Keith Lee to be put into the same bracket as Jake Hager and Andrade. Andrade did fuck all apart from prove that he's got an ego problem. Jake Hager, I touched on it earlier on. I really don't know what to do. It's a purple bucket hat, mate. You know it's going to be in sale in
well, he said it's a nice hat.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on the merch stands in a few months. All in, but yeah, no. Keith Lee, I feel sorry for. I just feel like no one knows what they're doing, Big Keith. But yeah, no, and I don't like Jeff Jarrett either. But yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah, I don't either. Charlotte Flair, in WrestleMania's main event was the right move.
What this year
against Ronda and against Ronda
no.
and
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't.
I already knew things on that.
Yeah, I've already spoken about this one. I was very happy at the thought we were getting Ronda Becky. It would have been a far better match without her.
No, I agree. I actually agree. I don't agree with this whatsoever. Baron Corbin is the best heel on the roster. I can name you one better.
No, he's not. But
he's close, but he's not it.
He's not. I don't know it's not necessarily close, but I believe if you look at, I don't know about this year, but I know a couple of years ago, if you look at the stats of who performed, what shows, including live events, he was the hardest worker. I believe he deserves a little bit more, but better booking. But no, he's not the best heel. Jeez.
Dominic Mysterio.
Fuck off.
You can say that all you want. Have you heard the boos when he speaks? Name me someone else that gets that on the roster.
Roman Reigns.
He does not. Nowhere near as Dominic. He has cheers as well.
Dominic Monday night after WrestleMania, mate. They booed him.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him the heel. That was one night. He still at WrestleMania. He still got cheers when he won.
No.
Dominic Mysterio. I know you don't like giving him credit. He's the best heel on that fucking roster. There's no one that comes close to him. Austin Theory, probably. Dominic Mysterio is the best heel in the business next to MJF. And MJF fucking said it.
Don't even put Dom next to MJF, mate. Don't even.
You read it? This is what MJF said. I was meant to send it to you and I never did. He said, I think Dom is fantastic. I think the clickbait articles to start wars amongst fans by creating toxic. Oh no, that was something else. He did say he's one of the best there. So he is. As much as you don't want to give him credit, he fucking is. Every time he tries to speak, he can't speak. You have to pump his mic up. Because he just gets booze. He gets nothing else.
Yeah, but he fucks up his fucking promos every week as well.
Still gets heat off the fans. Still gets the bigger heel.
It's not because he's heel.
So he gets the bigger heat.
Because he's shy.
There's no one that comes close, though. There's no one else that gets outbooed. And if you can name me someone, I'll hold my hands up, but you can't. Exactly. Next one. CM Punk is not worth the money. Agree. Totally agree.
I said, do I need the answer to this one? Absolutely agree. I got a bit. I got annoyed at a post the other day on it was one of the bigger social media pages for wrestling. I can't think who it is, and they posted it like, would you rather have Punk or Kenny Omega?
I love wrestling.
They went for the wrestling.
They said something about Punk though.
Yeah, they did something a few weeks ago, but it was someone else, and I feel like their logo was like a black and red.
Wasn't supposed to be either, was it?
No, I don't think so. I can't. I'll have to have a look out for it again. And they put on there, and I read the comments, and it was like, yeah, Punk, yeah, no, 1 or 2 for Kenny, and I just like, oh my god, he's all from Chicago or something. Like one person's like, Kenny's not even that good. He'd be lucky if he made it in NXT at WWE. CM Punk, he's gone all the way, and I'm like, oh fuck's sake. Fucking good off
got triggered like I get triggered at football.
Do you know what? Do you know why I got triggered, right? And this is it. And this post made me so much. If Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and and the likes of that, if they had wrestled in WWE and then made AEW, everybody's opinion on them would be totally fucking different.
It's the same the other way though as well, isn't it? It's like when some fine example, Keith Lee goes to AEW, biggest guy out there, does one good match, best thing on the roster.
Absolutely. You have your fans that sit both sides of it.
Yeah, man, it's stupid. I hate it.
But let's say if Kenny Omega had wrestled in WWE, won championships, and then left, they would be saying they wouldn't even put him in the same conversation as Punk.
Nah, not a chance.
People need to realise Kenny chose not to go to WWE. Just remember that.
If you've not noticed, if you're new to the channel and you are on YouTube and you can see us, click the like button, comment, share, then subscribe, and also hit the notification bell. John is a big Kenny Omega fan and the Elite. If you've not noticed by now, and he hates CM Punk. He's pointing at his background.
Just look at me.
Just look at me. Just look at me. Enzo Amore was the best cruiserweight champion of the new incarnation.
Totally agree. 100%. One of the best mic men of this generation. Don't care what anybody says.
I'd put Neville there before Enzo. Then I'd put Enzo.
Neville was good, and I'm not going to take away from Neville. But if you think longevity, would Neville have lasted very long? Because I like Neville a lot. Well, Pac, for those who don't realize he was called Neville in WWE. Because, as we just mentioned, some people only watch one company.
Yeah. Bastards.
He's good, and I rate him really, really highly. Have done since NXT days. When he was Adrian Neville, in case you only watch NXT, Adrian Neville when he was on NXT. I just don't think his character had longevity. Where Enzo had, he was almost the MJF character before MJF. sort of thing. But cocking the mic, cheated his way through the wins and shit like that. I think the WWE literally have they fucked up letting him go without seeing what the outcome was of what happened, and I think they're sleeping on him, not signing him back.
Yeah, I agree. As much as people hate him, I agree. Brock Lesnar was the perfect person to end Undertaker's streak.
No. I believe that should have been a passing of a torch match. Roman maybe a year or so later.
Yeah, I agree. We've said this before on the pod. Becky Lynch is boring.
Disagree. I think Becky...
I kind of agree with it.
At the moment, yes. Right now, yes. Becky Lynch, though, if she gets the full man mode again and given the right
then it's totally different.
She's totally different. I think she was one of the most interesting things about the women's division at the time.
Yeah.
And so until she got injured and had a baby and whatnot. I tune in every week. So and it's something we've spoken about in in pods gone by, which are on a bit Spotify and Apple Podcast. Like women's division wrestling until recently with Rhea, I've struggled to watch because it is a little bit boring for me, and that's my views. No disrespect to them. I think they're absolutely great performers. All of them. I just struggle with some of the matches. But I always tuned in to see what Becky was up to.
Yeah,
always. I was wounded. I was wounded the whole the Survivor Series stuff that went on was the week after I was in Raw because they were fighting for his stands. I would have been, if I remember back, if they were in Manchester, where she went up and she turned around, looked at the camera, and bloody nose, I would have been not too far in front of her on the floor. She would have walked past me to get out there.
Yeah, let's say that. I remember that.
Yeah.
The spinner belt, I've got 3 more. The spinner belt was the best belt out of them all. I'm guessing main titles. I totally disagree.
Oh, you totally disagree? Totally disagree.
Mate, totally disagree. I can name you 3 better belts.
For me, I think the big gold belt's the best belt out of them all.
Yep.
Or the white IC, but I don't think we're talking down ones.
No, main championship, I think.
I think the big gold ones is probably still up there. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
It's the Wing Eagle.
That's not one of my favourites, but I get why. Attitude Era.
Skull. Yeah.
And the Undisputed Championship in 2002. I love that belt.
Yeah,
so smart.
The spinner belt was a gimmick belt for that time because at that time you had your hip hop artists wearing spinner chains and spinner rims and the cars and stuff like that. That was a full on gimmick belt.
And I hate the fact they just put the Edge logo in the middle of it and just changed it.
Yeah.
The Ruthless Aggression era was better than the Attitude Era.
No. Anybody disagrees with that, agrees with that is fucking stupid.
Guess what?
You agree with it?
Do you not remember on the podcast months ago when I said the Ruthless Aggression era was better than the Attitude Era?
Yeah, I do now. Actually, now you mentioned it, you did say that.
Yeah,
and I think I called you stupid.
I watched it back. I watched it back. I listened to it back. Sorry, I'd like to retract that statement. Because since then, I've watched a lot of Attitude Era. I don't agree with that. Attitude Era is better than Ruthless Aggression Era by miles. The last one, Michael Cole is on par with Jim Ross back in the 90s. People can fight me all they want. Come and fight me, because I'll fight you.
Yeah, it's hard not to agree with that one. I'm trying to find a reason not to agree with that one.
Another reason why you probably go to, it's easy to go to, and that's the his match with Jerry Lawler and that era when he was heel Michael Cole.
Yeah. Listen, but I'm trying to take that section away. We're going current Michael Cole against JR back in the 90s. JR was questionable. JR right now is a questionable commentator because he's coming towards the end of his career. But we're talking about two particular times. I'm forgetting the in between for both of them, or the end for JR, an example. But yeah, no, he's on par now. I think they just need to find the right, and they did have the right color commentator with Pat, and obviously Pat's doing his thing. But I think that's the only thing letting Mike Cole down right now is his partner. Put back with Corey Graves or something. I don't know.
I don't think Wade Barrett works on commentary.
I think it does, but I think Wade Barrett belongs in the commentary team of 3.
Yeah, possibly. Just not with Kevin Patrick, and not Kevin Patrick knowing anything. Thank you.
Yeah, when the put Titus O'Neil in commentary. Titus O'Neil back in commentary, please.
Titus will slide. That's it, mate. Them are the statements I've got for you.
None of them really triggered me about Iron Man. But yeah, I think that tidies up the podcast quite good because you got just short of 2-hour video to edit, mate.
That's fine. I can do it. I can do it tomorrow, but I don't get paid till Thursday, so I'm doing nothing tomorrow.
But yeah, no. So as you've heard, as probably mentioned, I don't know. I should have really kept a tally, mate. How about doing that for the part of your editing? Put a tally score on every time we mention.
I'm gonna watch it back, and I'm gonna see how many times we say it.
But yeah, if you didn't know already, we have now got we had a YouTube channel, but we're now posting videos on there. I think the plan is to put.
Tell me what it is.
It's the Wrestling Fellas on YouTube.
How do we get involved with it?
Oh, you can like, subscribe, hit the bell, and comment.
Fantastic news.
So we're on YouTube, and if you didn't know as well, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Carrier. We're going to start investing in the carrier pigeons, cassette tapes, CDs, DVDs,
cassette tape, VHS,
Betamax. But yeah, no. So yeah, we're on all the social medias, as we say every week. I'm gonna try and be a bit more active this week on the TikTok because obviously I've got events like I've mentioned before, and I've got to do a rebuttal to Matt's brackets anyway.
Make sure you don't trigger anyone. Okay, now.
Yeah, bring it on. But yeah, but mate, until next time, peace out.
Cheers.